Hello, in this video, we're going to do the SAT problem of the week, week 5. The question reads, a class of 30 girls and 40 boys went on a field trip to a museum. If 60% of the girls and 25% of the boys also went to a concert in the park, what percent of the class went to the concert in the park? So to start this problem, first we have to figure out how many girls and how many boys went to the concert in the park. We do that by taking 60% of 30. It's a good strategy to know how to take percents mentally. And one of the easiest ways to do that when your percents end in zero is to take 10%. So whenever you take 10% of a number, all you have to do is move the decimal point one position to the left. So 10% of 30 is 3. Then you have to ask yourself, okay, well, how many 10% do I have in 60%? I have 6. So I multiply by 6 and I get 18. So 18 girls went to the concert in the park. And now we have to take 25% of 40. A good rule of thumb when you take 25% of any number is it's simply 1/4. So you can divide by 4. So 40 divided by 4 is 10. So we have 18 girls and 10 boys that attended the concert in the park. So a total, so we get 18 plus 10 is 28 students went to the concert in the park. We can see in the problem that we had 30 and 40 attend the field trip. So that's out of 70 total. So we have 28 students. So let's separate this down. Now we have to figure out what's the percentage of students that went to the concert in the park. So we have 28 students who went to the concert in the park, and there's 70 students total. So it's part out of whole. And then this fraction can be simplified, right? Because 28 times 2 is 14 times 2 is 28, and 14 times 5 is 70. So this can be simplified to 2/5. Now, to calculate a percent from this, you can do a couple of things. One, if you know that 1/5 is equal to 20%, and it's a good strategy to have some of these simpler fractions equivalencies memorized, then we know that we have 2/1/5, so we just times 2 and we get 40%. So that's one way. That's one way you could do it. The other way, let's say you can't. Let's say you couldn't remember that 1/5 was 20%. You could simply use division. So we have 5 into 2. And we know that 5 doesn't go into 2, so we put a decimal point, carry the 0. 5 goes into 24 times. There's no remainder, so we are left with a 0. And then 0.40 is also 40%. So there's lots of different strategies you can use when you're working on the non-calculator portion of the SAT. Well, that will do it for this question. We'll see you next week.